Hello everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Donna. Today we are making up some homemade spaghetti sauce. And in my pan here I have my water, my oil, and my hot sausage. Now you can use the ground sausage if you can't find it. I'm using this one here. Let me take this out so they can see it. I cut them into like maybe half-inch slices. Now you can buy the ground if you want ground sausage and just make little balls out of them. But these are links of hot sausage, and I'm using probably about 3/4 of a pound. I think I use like 4 links of these. Cut them up, put them in a tablespoon of my oil and my water. We're going to cook this down till that water evaporates. What we're doing here is getting that sausage nice and tender. Plus, it'll continue cooking in the sauce. So we want this sausage nice and tender. Once that water cooks off, it'll start frying really well. And you want that to fry really golden brown. That's flavor. So this can take anywhere up to an hour alone, just getting your sausage nice and tender. So that's where we're at right now. Bring it to a boil, turn it to medium heat, let that water evaporate, and let it fry. And we're going to be ready to add it to our sauce. Okay, here in my pan I have my ground meat, ground chuck. Use whatever you want, lean, 80-20, the more lean. But we have that frying. And we're going to add our onions, peppers, and garlic to this. Get all that out. And we're going to fry this just until it's nice and golden brown. You don't want no gray meat. Make sure this meat is nice and golden brown. Now, however chunky you like your meat, if you like it chunky, don't stir it so much. But anyway, that's where we're at right now. Okay, we got our ground meat browned up where we want it. Nice and brown. We're going to add our tomatoes, our tomato sauce, and our tomato paste. And our water and our seasoning. And we are just going to let this cook for a couple of hours with the lid on. And then the last hour of cooking, I'll remove that lid to start letting this sauce thicken up. Get all that tomato paste here and on my stove. Just dropped a big piece of it right there. All over my fingers. And here's our spices. All of our spices, which is there in the beginning of the video there. Y'all see I put all the ingredients. Let me get my water. Now what I'm going to do here is turn this down on a very low simmer while that sausage cooks. Okay. I'll just bring this to a boil. And as you can see here, I don't know if y'all can see, there's my sausage over there cooking. So we want to keep this simmering while this is getting done. Then we're going to add this to this. As soon as that starts frying in that water, like I said, that sausage is going to take probably over an hour. Because we want that real tender. Then it'll cook another couple of hours in here. And you're talking about some nice tender sausage, hot sausage. And I'm using spicy. I'm using the hot. You use what you like. But I'm going to bring this to a boil. And turn it down on the lowest setting. Cover it, and we'll wait for that sausage. And that's where we're at right now, guys. Okay, guys. My sausage has become nice and brown, as you can see here. Now, once that water evaporates and you hear that fry, make sure you give it a stir here and there. Okay, so I'm going to add my sausage. Now, you can see the sauce there is just barely simmering. Some of that dark crust there from that sausage. Now, I have some of the olive oil and the natural fat that came off of that sausage, so I'm going to put half of it right in there. Now, when you brown your meat, make sure you remove any excess fat from that your hamburger meat or your ground chuck, whatever it is you're using. Now, I'm going to let this simmer for a few hours. The last hour of simmering, we're going to remove the lid. And that sausage is nice and tender. Mine cooked for an hour, exactly an hour. And if your water boils off too fast and it's still pretty tough, just add some more water. And bring it to a gentle boil and let it simmer for a couple of hours, and we'll serve it up, guys. Okay, guys, I've been cooking my sauce now for 2 hours. It's done. I fetched out the bay leaves that were in there. Take those out. Don't forget about those. You don't want somebody crunching on those. Now, at the end here, I like to drizzle this with maybe just a little bit of olive oil or butter. So I'm going to put in a little bit of butter, maybe a tablespoon. And I like to stir in a couple of tablespoons of just the grated Parmesan. But make sure your fire's off. A couple tablespoons. And just stir that in. Get that butter melted, and we're going to get plated up. Okay, guys, there's the spaghetti and hot sausage. Now, I like my sausage like that. A lot of people are probably like, crumble it up and fry it. Nope. That's how my mama always made it. It's how we've always made it. But I wanted to share it with you guys. If I ever miss anything, as always, look in the description box. I'll put it in there. But I believe that about sums it up. Valentine's is coming, guys. Make your sweetheart, some spaghetti up. Nice spaghetti dinner. We're always looking for something to make up on Valentine's Day for our special other. So here you go. Try it up. It really is delicious. And this sausage is so tender. And this spaghetti, I'm going to get a bite with you guys. And this is some really good sauce, guys. It really is. Well, I'm not getting much spaghetti on there. That sausage is so tender. So good. But anyway, until next time, next week, we will see you guys later. And please like and subscribe as always. See you guys later. God bless.